Our next example comes out of section 4.1. In this example, we're asked to write an expression for all angles coterminal with negative 200 degrees, and then in part B, pi over 6 degrees. But let's look at negative 200 degrees quickly first. When we drew this in a previous example, we realized that negative angle meant we rotated in negative direction, and 200 degrees was roughly there. Anytime we rotate 360 degrees, we'll end up in the same spot. So basically, if I was asked for one angle coterminal with negative 200, I could say negative 200 degrees plus 360, and that would put me at the same finishing spot, the same terminal arm, which would be a 160 degree angle. And if you draw a 160 degree angle, you will realize you have the same terminal arm. I could have also just as easily done negative 200 minus 360 and got negative 560 and drawn a full rotation around the circle and then back to that same spot again. Truth is, every time I go 360 degrees from there, I'm going to end up at the same spot. So the easiest way to write an expression for all angles coterminal with 200 degrees is to say negative 200 degrees plus 360 degrees times n, where n is any integer, reminding you that integers are plus or minus, but they can't be decimals or fractions. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4 are integers, positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are integers. So anytime you have a whole multiple of 360 degrees plus or minus, you'll end up at the same terminal arm. Now, looking at the second example, pi over 6, I'm going to draw pi over 6. It's actually quite a small angle. Turns out that it's a 30 degree angle, but pi over 6 radians is right there. If I want an angle coterminal with it, I could add 2 pi radians to it and come up with that. Now in this case, here's where a little bit of fraction work has to come in. We have to find a common denominator. Pi over 6 plus 12 pi over 6 is going to equal 13 pi over 6. And what that would mean, if I look at the picture, go from my terminal arm and do a full rotation and end up at the same spot. So 13 pi over 6 would be a good answer. Pi over 6 minus 2 pi means pi over 6 minus 12 pi over 6, which is negative 11 pi over 6 would be another coterminal angle. But we're asked for an expression for all of them, so we'll take pi over 6 plus 2 pi times n, where n is any integer, in the same way we did the last question, the only difference here being that this one is in radians and the first one was in degrees.